Okay, so we are back on the channel here today, debuting one of these flips that we just consummated. On a side note, I put up some $40,000 first liens, paying $333 a month, and we got about 6 verbal commitments today at 40,000 bucks. That's about $240,000 in transactions. We'll be closing out hopefully by Friday. So if you're watching here today and you were one of those investors, I appreciate you and your confidence in our investment strategy. Just to that'll be here in live. But in this community, as seen with the details here, we just consummated a cash exit. So an end user came and bought this lot 59 from us at 400 West Baseline Road, Tempe, and we made close to $65,000 on this property. I acquired it for 11,000 bucks. I actually have and backtracked the vlog where you can go see my previous walkthrough, vlog 117. I was actually out front of the property talking with the homeowner. I think I may have some negotiation in here with him. So that's kind of cool to see how this has developed. Mobile Mailbox Money vlog 117. That was the homeowner there. How did I come across this deal? Well, this individual was actually going to be in default because of the lot rent. He was like 2 weeks behind, and the property itself had some violations, like the fence you see before you. That fence had to go. A lot of the trash had to go. The exterior of the property had to get repainted, and a couple other strenuous items that a homeowner who's falling behind in default doesn't have the availability to do. And the park actually required those details and items to be remediated before the sale, before he could sell to us, before he could sell to anyone. And we worked out a deal actually with the community to acquire this property and meet their guidelines, ultimately satisfying the park, getting the homeowner a negotiated purchase price. That price, confidentially, was 11,000 bucks. We paid 11,000. He cured his back fees. And we knew our exit in a property just like this from historical representations of our flips, that this property could potentially sell for up to $120,000, given the square footage, the double wide, the fact that it's in a family style park. And we know that because we've done upwards of $2 million in transactions in this community. Right here, actually in this video you see before you, we were looking at putting this as a 4th bedroom. Providing a little bit more stability. 4 bedrooms are really hard to come by. We have lot 69 in this same park currently listed at 122.5. So we feel strong, and now know our pricing is strong as far as validating the appraisal price as somebody bought it. Full price, $99,000 with some rehab, and I'll show you the rehab here in a moment, but this is all pre-rehab as we acquired from the homeowner, walking through the property, having due diligence questions with him, and kind of shows you a representation of what it looks like to evaluate a manufactured home flip. Very strong because, like I said, the desirability of the area, desirability of the square footage, the beds and baths. And as we walk through this property, it's really down to aesthetics, flooring, paint. I think the AC unit needed to be serviced and stuff like that, but, no major roof leaks and things of that nature. No structural problems. This property's been sitting in its current lot location for 40 years, and now it went through its second life cycle. So we refinished the tubs here and stuff like that. But I'll show you some post and during rehab photos as we envelope this video here. So that's a quick little walkthrough, vlog 117. Feel free to go check that out. That's a cool representation if you're curious about what it looks like to actually evaluate a property and how to make a return on investment from flipping manufactured housing. Oh, who would buy a mobile home? There's plenty of people. If you didn't know, affordable housing is one of the biggest needs in the nation right now. So let's share my screen again here, and then we'll talk about the numbers. So this is it. 99,000 was listed on windmobilehomes.com, garnished a cash buyer. They paid $99K. So here's some kind of during rehab photos. We've put a new laminate flooring, and this property is now turnkey, I believe, because we're getting a wire tomorrow for $99,000. So we put in, new vanities. Looks like I think we put in granite in this property. So we did a little bit more than just bare aesthetics. But not all that much. I mean, when we get into the numbers here, let me just check my little sheet as we roll through these during rehab photos. But check that out, paint on the exterior. The park wanted it painted. We painted it. They got the Arizona room. Boom. 4 bedrooms in Tempe for $99K. They'll pay their $950 lot rent after paying cash. All right, so that's during rehab. Let's go through the numbers here real quick. So I bought this property for $11,000, and I didn't get a chance. Here, let me look at this real quick. 3 months ago. So I bought this property for $11,000 3 months ago, saved an individual from eviction and default. Feel good investment strategy there. So I paid $11,000, right? Our rehab cost was $46,500. Our all-in costs, I think the rehab is included with some carry. So, but really 3 months of carry, let's say I borrowed $52,500, which I did at 10%, right? And I made an interest-only payment for 3 months. What did that really cost me in carry cost? That's probably $1,500 or $2,000, call it, on the high end. So $57,500 is our all-in cost on our sheet, my Google sheet internally. The sale price, list price was $99,000. Our profit is $41,500. I don't think that's right. Is that right? Yeah. So we made $40,000, close to $50,000 flipping for cash. And I think we made a little bit more from these representations of these numbers. But as you view the media and stuff below, and kind of do your formal kind of due diligence and backtrack what we did, that's how we made it happen. Probably put, like I said, $40,000 into the property and doubled up on our money. We made a 70% return on investment. It says here in these notes. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, we made 70% on our money. And if we would have exited via seller carry finance, those returns really start to explode. So we're getting a $100,000 wire tomorrow. We've got 6 contracts we've solidified from investors for some hard money-esque construction loan, short-term financing at a double-digit interest rate. That's like $240,000, coming in by Friday. So we could have $500,000 in transactions going on, hopefully by Friday. So, that's what we got going on today. I walked through a bunch of the homes that we have for sale on our website, like 5. Feel free to check that out on the rest of our channels. But 70% return on investment from a fix and flip on manufactured housing. You heard it here first, people. That's one step closer to financial freedom. Go back and view the previous vlogs, the masterminds, the podcasts. I've been on like 20 different podcasts. Probably one of the largest players in creative finance and manufactured housing in the nation. We're talking about potentially building some warehouse lines of credit. That could be a $50 million conversation. And we have a $50 million fund currently raising a 506c Silvercrest Opportunity Fund, providing bank quality stability in a time when it's needed most. I just saw today and the other day, $2 trillion wiped out of the stock market, and investors were asking me, are you seeing some shortfall and people kind of uncertain of the market? Of course, that's why they're investing with us. It's a collateralized lending opportunity. This stuff doesn't go fugazi when someone puts out a tweet, but that's what we're doing, mobile mailbox money.